Welcome to the 4 Out of 5 Guys podcast. It's
Welcome.
It is very early in the morning.
it's too fucking early,
Yeah.
It's 7:20, mate.
and it's
like
cold.
3 hours
This is
sleep.
like earlier than I wake up to go to school.
Yeah, actually can't relate.
No fucking shit.
Mate, at this time,
You wake up at like 7:40.
I'd be still waking up.
Like 7:30. Well, no, I wake up at like 7. To cook my food.
All right, what day is it today, boys?
It's Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Dates.
Give me a second. The 7th.
Jesus Christ,
Seven.
March 7th. Tomorrow is what?
Mother's Day.
International Women's Day.
I was close.
You no.
Yeah.
That's the 25th of
You got
March.
half of women.
Wait,
Half
What?
Say
of- you think
25th?
mothers are only half
Wait.
of women?
Stop.
25th.
20,
I have a fucking lisp and a stammer. Leave me alone.
That's what I fucking thought.
Oh,
Okay,
women.
International Women's
You got
Day.
acne in your fingernails, don't you?
Actually,
What
quick,
do you mean I got acne in my fingernails? Allow it, bro.
quick shout out to my mum for being
No.
my
It's
mum.
not Mother's Day, mate.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, this
Mother's
isn't
Day.
the Mother's Day
Okay,
episode.
but that's the only woman.
Shout
that
out to
actually
all the
matters.
women.
Your
Excuse me?
girlfriend? Question
Hello?
mark?
She's not a woman. Actually,
What?
Oh.
Hey, is this
Confirmed.
No,
Breaking news on the
confirmed.
podcast.
This was
John
confirmed
is
the
a
other day.
paedophile.
I swear to God.
Not
he
even
said
a
12-year-old
paedophile,
was
mate.
pregnant the other day.
Yeah, that is
what?
Full stop.
12-year-olds?
someone's sister.
Was
Someone's
she
sister.
fucking 12?
Yeah, she fucking is
Yes.
like 10 or some shit.
I'll-
She's
Should we text him and ask if his sister's 12?
no.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I
It's
thought.
gonna be a bit orcs.
Nah.
Why do you want to
Sister's
know?
12.
Oh, well, I thought she was pegged, but I need to know if I'm allowed to tap that bunda.
Like, oh my god.
Right, episode 4 out of 5. Right, you know, I did, yeah.
Oh,
Ha.
that's smart. That was fucking
Oh, was that
nasty.
the- Sorry, I
into the
didn't realise
fucking
that.
mic, mate.
I was getting,
Jesus Christ.
I'm still like getting rid of the morning phlegm.
Women, let's talk about them.
Let's talk about
Hot.
feminism.
Yeah,
It
that's
is
like.
not fucking hot, G. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, women are.
Oh, some.
So are men.
Yeah.
That is a questionable statement by
Sus.
Asian.
If you ignore my
We gotta
face,
be
I'm
equal,
half
mate.
sexy, G.
Only half if you ignore
Questionable.
the face. That's really worrying. It's the back hair.
Yeah, bro.
Saeed.
Allow it, bro. You can't be baiting that shit out. You can't bait that shit out.
Hey, don't worry,
Does
I'll give you
anyone
another
actually know
try.
why International Women's Day was created?
Because they want to celebrate women's achievements and
No, Adrian did his research. Keep it going.
because since we live in a very patriarchal
Okay.
society,
Yeah.
we need to allow women to have their time
Voice.
You don't allow them
and
anything.
voice.
They
Yes,
allow
I
you
do.
the chance to do
Since 363 days of the year or International Men's Day. So
363. Are you saying take away 1?
Good maths.
We don't have 364
gotta
days a
take
year.
away-
We have 365.
Take away Mother's Day as well.
And like 3/4.
No, we have 365 and a
I
half.
swear it's 3/6. What?
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before. 365 and a half. Are you serious?
I don't know.
That's
Where's
like
the half
364.
coming from?
No, but if it's a leap year, it's every four years.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm
thinking as
saying.
well. But
Then
on
it's
these
363 and a
things,
half.
I don't-
3.5.
I don't get the 3.5 bit.
And the 3/4.
There must be a quarter in there. Because we only leave.
Yeah, there's
There
2
must
quarters
be
and a half.
a third.
Are you stupid?
A third, mate.
Are you chatting to me like I don't do maths? 2
um,
quarters and a half. Wait, no. 2 quarters and a half.
Yes, that is correct maths.
365 days a year.
Is that actually true?
Retards.
Yeah, but that's rounded.
How many peas are in pod?
2.
1.
However many you put in the pod.
What?
Why are you putting the peas in the pod? Surely it's however many grows in the pod.
No, because sometimes you can
It's-
affect
okay,
the
I
number of
found the
peas in
official
the pod.
number.
How many
It's
peas?
It's
in the pod?
306,365.242199 days.
Yeah.
And this has something to do with women because
Why do you think it was a
Because
half?
we like
If you did
days.
that
They are
before,
Okay,
yeah,
369.
You man thought it was 364 and a quarter.
I didn't.
I didn't say anything. I'm
John,
set
stop.
for maths, mate.
That's all we need
Wait,
to.
what's
I'm
the
set
actual
for
Me and
answer?
maths.
Adrian knew.
What's the actual
Isn't that
answer?
right, Adrian?
365.242199.
Is it 365 and a quarter then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Who the fuck lied to me as a child? That's
I
feet.
think you just didn't pay attention.
That might be one of the
That's the
reasons.
most
Anyway,
likely
so-
option, innit?
the women get one of those days. So
Well, technically 2 of them days. If
Mother's
they
Day isn't
if
for
they're
all
kids,
women.
Yeah.
technically,
No, because that's where you celebrate your own mothers.
yeah, but
But
technically
actually,
all
then
women
you're
are
not
mothers.
celebrating yourself, so that's pretty
Hypothetically speaking,
I don't really understand why it's only like one day in a year for certain people.
cool. Because they don't
Or
deserve
for
any
different
more,
things. Ooh, controversial.
Let's get onto this
hot
then.
Take.
Yo.
Do you think we need an International Women's Day?
Hell no.
do you know what?
Oh yeah, we do actually.
I think not really.
No, we do.
because like it's a bit
It's not like they're being like violated.
yeah.
In civils.
But
like,
then again, it's
yes,
like
they are. But go on, John. Let's
by who?
It doesn't
teach
matter.
society.
Who's violating? Like, I don't go out and say you're a woman to a woman.
yes,
Yeah,
you-
because saying you're a woman won't change. Like that's not a violation. If you think calling someone a woman is an insult, then that we need
no,
to
no,
focus
no,
on
no, no.
that.
It can
If you
because
say it to a
there's
man, it's an
100
insult.
genders, mate. Now, if you go up to someone and
this
say you're a
is-
woman,
This is
and
getting
they-
real.
That's
Real
a compliment,
testy.
is it? You're a woman.
yeah, a
You're
woman's
independent.
woman sounds
Oh,
quite
women,
strong, you know.
Woman
The word.
actually is quite like respectful.
Woman.
Like, it's not like some lady. No, actually, I think the lady's on higher level. Lady on higher level.
No, because it's only one syllable. Lady. Like,
Doesn't matter how many syllables.
it's less
Woman,
letters, bruv. It's only 4
lady,
letters.
mate.
So that's
Ladies only one syllable apparently.
But
No.
you can't spell woman without man.
And your
That's
point
facts.
is,
That-
You
that's
can't
just
spell
facts,
lady
G,
without
it's just
these
facts.
nuts.
woman.
Wait,
Moving on.
What was the these nuts one? I didn't even hear that shit. You can't sell nuts without these nuts.
What?
Where's the D's coming into nuts?
Right here.
Oh shit. Pinching on nuts, bro. Okay.
What?
Hey, is it story time?
No,
No.
it's International Women's Day.
Okay,
It's
we'll talk
just
about
the ball
Talk.
bonders thing that I missed yesterday.
yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
No.
Yeah, let's not get into it.
Shit. Oh.
Don't adjust your balls in front of me.
Okay,
Right.
okay. International Women's Day.
Mm-hmm. Back on topic. Don't look me in the eyes after saying pinchy your nuts. Like,
But now they're tingly.
Tingly.
so that's the Women's Day makes Joe's balls tingly.
That's a fun fact to
But
do.
yeah, no. They
Why
need
did you
it.
start off saying hell no then?
They need it because I started off saying hell no because like, okay, what did you do for me? Like,
They made you.
Yep.
Without
So that
women, they
came out of
cannot
a
be.
vagina.
Exactly, and then
Unless
I
you're
rectified
adopted.
that, and I was like, okay, yeah, you made me on that one day, that 26th of September.
You weren't made on the 26th of September.
Can you
Made
freeze an
man
egg cell?
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, you can.
You birthed
You can
That's-
freeze an
that
egg
day,
cell.
That's what a sperm
so
bank is
then
for
you
sperm.
deserve one day, but also they deserve more days. They deserve more days.
But that's sperm, though.
Because look,
Same shit.
like,
They're both basically the same. just
But why are
one's
there
got
two
a tail.
conversations happening at once? You can. Why did you compare? What?
It's because
John?
Agent asked if you could freeze the egg cell.
You can freeze an egg cell. You can
You
freeze a
You can
sperm
freeze the
cell.
sperm cell. You
I
can
know
freeze the
about
egg
sperm,
cell.
but
Why
I
did
didn't
you
know.
go
Oh,
from
yeah,
you can
you
freeze a
can
sperm
freeze-
cell? You can freeze. You can freeze any cells. That's
You
just
can freeze
how it be.
anything. You just might not survive.
Why would you have to go to sperm cell first? What is on your mind?
Because I was thinking of sperm bank.
Just like regularly before he asked that, you're just like, oh, what happens with all of
No,
them?
because
bruv,
he said.
John's an opportunity.
John
He's
Wolf
trying to
said
make
like,
Mate,
ooh, a
you
glass
get
of
you
Yeah,
get money,
bacon.
mate. You get money. I don't know how much money they give you.
What?
Probably quite a lot.
If you
Sperm
donate
bank.
to a sperm
Oh,
bank.
Yeah.
yeah. What? Okay, they give you what? £20
Yeah,
a
but
litre. How
then-
the fuck are you
A
busting
litre?
a litre?
Pound a
bruv?
litre, mate.
How are you busting a litre?
What
Bro, are
you
you
doing,
fucking
mate?
petrol?
Yeah,
They're just putting out
what?
gallons into the sperm bank.
Oh, accidentally went over the 20 litres.
Well, do you have to pay like child support if it gets used?
No.
What? No.
But it could
I
be.
don't think
It
so.
could be like traced back to you though. and
No,
you'd be,
because
like, false
It's
if
not
you sign a
child support unless they-
confidentiality agreement,
Unless they
I
divorce
watched,
you.
I watched The Delivery Man, great film about this man who has like 500 kids because he like goes to the sperm bank and wanks sometimes. Anyway, if you sign a confidentiality agreement, they can't tell anyone who you are,
The only time they'll do that is if like
so you can
you
be anonymous.
end up being a
But
really bad
sperm
person.
banks aren't just for making other people pregnant, you know.
It's for like IVF sometimes. No, is
What?
IVF?
That's still making other people pregnant.
That is the one thing that is making other people pregnant with,
Yeah.
with sperm banks.
You could also just put your
It's
sperm
for
in a
like
sperm bank.
scientific use
And-
as well,
yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
scientific use.
You could also just put it there if you get a vasectomy and you're not sure if you still want kids.
Vasectomy.
They snip.
Yeah, I know what a vasectomy is.
Yeah, they just cut right in there.
That sounds really uncomfortable.
They can undo it as well.
Do you not?
Snip and snip,
Bruv,
snip and
they'll
snip.
make you.
They
they'll-
snip the
they'll-
snip.
They'll get you high first,
No,
so it's
don't
calm.
snip.
It's called like what?
Do you mean
morphine?
Legal high.
anesthetic?
Wait, is morphine still used in like?
Yeah, if it's a really, really bad. How the fuck did we get onto morphine?
Because this guy started
You
talking
nitbag.
about.
I talked about sperm. You're the one who brought up morphine, mate.
Why did we get onto sperm in the
Because
first?
he was talking about drugs.
International Women's Day is the
International Women's
8th of
Day.
March this year
Why is it on the 8th
That's
of March?
tomorrow.
because it's usually on a Sunday.
Yeah, but I've
Well,
got
it's
homework
like-
to do on a Sunday, so
like-
No one cares about you,
There's like
Adrian.
there's
You're
like
not a woman.
70 Sundays.
It's always the
Like 50
first.
Sundays on a,
Okay, it's always the first Sunday of March. I'm pretty sure.
But why March?
because March.
Because
has
originally,
Mother-
when they went to the International Women's Day, they were like, "Oh, we can do it in like 2 months," and they were like, "Oh, pick a date then," and they picked March. It's not anything significant.
Who actually made International
I
Women's
don't
Day?
know, John. I didn't do that much research. Not gonna lie, I don't really care that much about International Women's Day.
Hot topic.
It's not a hot topic. I already appreciate women in my everyday life.
exactly.
If I didn't, I would be beat.
It's like
guys,
Oh.
let's do a joint point. So, how does coronavirus relate to National Women's Day?
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It must do.
Why was
bruv.
that a joint
I've been
point?
getting so many emails telling me that fucking events in London are cancelled that we're going to because of coronavirus. How is that happening when?
What
Yeah,
you saying? Women
like,
cause
what-
coronavirus? Or
So
something?
are you
Where
trying
is
to
this
say
leading?
that, like,
I'm
toxic
saying that it's
masculinity-
relating to everything. I'm saying that it's fucking stopping everything. Not that I wanted to go to these shitty ass events, but it's like it's stopping all of them.
Why does this relate to International
Yeah.
Women's Day? I thought you
Where
made
do the
us-
women come in?
International Women's Day is cancelled, bro.
It's not
We've got
cancelled.
a crisis on our fucking hands, bro.
It's not really that
People are
big of
gonna
a
fucking-
crisis. It's just that people like to
There's gonna be
panic.
anarchy in
You're
the
not
streets.
great for people who panic too quickly.
That is true.
You shouldn't be panicking this quickly. Sure, currently at the moment it's incurable. It has a 2% mortality rate though, and it only kills people so
Old.
far that already have underlying
young.
problems. So like really, really, really sick kids or old people that have had like 6 heart attacks.
Yeah.
The only
And
people it's killed in the UK have
and
had
fever
fucking
sepsis.
5 heart attacks, and they were like, and it's like they're 87.
And
Mm.
like
At that point,
Bulgari-
natural selection, innit?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is the generational cleansing,
Oh, I don't think
Generational
you can say
cleansing.
cleansing like that and not sound racist.
cleaning.
Like, I think there's a bit of an overreaction. To the
Why are
girls.
we on
Speaking of
Corona?
no. Speaking of cleansing, International Women's Day.
What?
Oh no.
Oh my
Why is
god.
that?
I don't get
Joe,
it.
oh
Only
yeah,
thing-
let me
only
set this
three
up
things that
because I
women
know
are
he
good
wants
for.
to say this today. What does International Women's Day
Oh,
rhyme with?
shit, yeah. Oh yeah. What does International Women's Day rhyme with?
International Men's Day.
No, gay.
He's been wanting to say this since I brought up this topic. So I was just like, may as well.
It's-
There is
it's
no
called
hope
love,
for
bro.
humanity.
Yeah,
man.
isn't it a bit concerning
say
that
that for any
International
day,
Women's
though.
Day
I just
starts
stopped.
right before spring cleaning?
Yeah, bro.
It's like to have a little
That's
day to just chill.
Relax a little bit. Don't worry.
Actually,
We'll pull out the
Is-
Dettol.
is it bad to expect like your wife or woman to do like maternal duties? As
I
in-
don't- Women's
Okay,
Day.
I don't think you could say
Domestic
cleaning.
duties,
Okay,
domestic
domestic
duties.
duties. I think it's not bad. I think everyone should do it, so it's not bad to expect it. But I don't think I think it's bad for you to go. You're a woman. You should do it. I'm gonna like not help out
Mm.
because I feel like if it's like fuck it,
Joe would
it's
do it.
everyone's house, isn't it?
Huh?
Just
I,
clean.
I always do the cleaning and the washing up. Like people need to fix up. Like
That's why his house is
certain females
so
need to fix up,
messy.
Yes.
No, that's because my fucking sister came back and turned into a fucking human house.
Excuses. Always blame it on the female.
That's 'cause
Well, is that
their
what you say
fault.
when you get caught for like crimes? Just like blame on the female.
No, just admit it. It's like,
It's her
what's the
fault she
point?
had a fucking kid, bruv. I'm not paying paternity.
I'm
thing.
sorry,
Mate, I'd
but
love a
was she
kid.
not involved in the process of making the kid.
That being said, I actually have a fucking meme for this. Where? Oh, hold on. Let me pull up the exact quote so I don't stammer and get this wrong.
Should've
It's
taken
about wearing
pills, bruv.
condoms. So, look, to be
You
honest,
should have put on the.
I think
thing you
I
made.
think the
Should've
only
got Femi
the
done.
only issue I
Should've got
have.
snipped.
Oh, don't say that. I think
Actually,
the only
yeah,
issue
bro.
I have with people that like have kids and claim child support is the ones that do it like that will have the kid when you like. I feel like you should get a say. It's gonna like and whether or not you want to abort your kid, even if you're a dude, unless it's like really harmful to the woman. Because if you like fuck someone random like on a one night stand and she goes, "Oh, I knew you was rich. I'm keeping the baby," and you go, "I don't want this baby," and now you just gotta pay for this kid. That's different from just accidentally having a kid.
It's like you could just do drugs.
Abortion.
Stop.
Abort the mission.
I got it. Wrap it in latex or she'll get your paychecks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's just nah. I'm done out here. First of all, I'm moving to fucking non-tax-paying countries, so I don't have to pay that shit.
It's not tax.
There's no non-tax.
It is
Actually,
tax.
maybe like
There aren't tax
So
havens.
you're telling me
anarchists.
if I move
It's
to
in like the Bahamas.
if I move to
The IRS will get it and then you go to prison. The IRS
They
are
can
fucking
track
lethal.
where you move your money.
IRS,
Yeah.
No, I'm
International
talking
revenue
I'm talking about. I just move there and just go off the grid.
Can't I
you
just
know,
go to,
when
like,
you
the
move
moon?
to other countries, you still have to pay taxes.
Can't I just go to the moon or
'Cause
Mars?
you're still getting income
My
from that
parents
country.
still pay taxes in Ghana.
I'm moving to Bhutan, G.
Bhutan.
Bhutan pays taxes.
Yeah, but you're still getting.
I think it
income
would be
from
wise
England.
if you were wise enough to know which countries pay tax before you made this argument.
Mate,
Taxes
I'm living
are
on the
dependent
ocean,
on your
or,
income.
like,
You're
going
living
to-
on the. Do you mean a boat?
Yeah.
I was gonna say because
Or
I
go
don't
to
think
the
you're
moon or
Jesus or
Mars.
Aquaman
Yeah,
to just be
actually still.
like wilding out there.
Like
The
moon or
moon-
Mars,
if we
mate.
move to Mars, there's still gonna be taxes on Mars.
Mars taxes.
Not if we own it.
It's gonna be like
For
a
What do you
five
mean
guys
we
own
own it? It'll
Mars.
be
Yes.
what us as. I don't think we can legally buy a planet.
Yeah, we can.
No, you have to have someone to buy it off of.
Yeah.
No one owns Mars at the minute.
Yes.
Why are we on Mars?
That's why we buy Mars.
Transition. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. What do you think that means? Famous quote.
Venus.
Don't say vagina.
No,
Oh.
Mars is the so is Aries,
But Venus
and
rhymes
Venus
with
is
penis.
Aphrodite. That's why.
Hermaphrodite. What? What is?
Chod's hermaphrodite.
It's like Greek mythology.
It's Aphrodite. Before you continue,
Oh.
that's
You know, she was made from testicles.
She's. Everybody's made from
No,
testicles.
no, literally
not
testicles.
not
Who's
personally.
Aphrodite.
Yes.
What's she?
Wasn't she the one that came like out of the ocean?
Yes.
God of love. But that's not how.
Apparently she's, like,
that's
really
okay.
pale.
You didn't have to go to the Greek mythology when Mars and Venus are just their names.
And
in
the Roman
Roman.
mythology.
Yeah. The reason why is because you know the little symbols they use for like gender.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the same symbols they use for the planet, for Mars and Venus. And people
So-
are like, oh, that looks cool.
So
Let's take it.
if Venus and Mars were to collide, would they use that one symbol where you combine the two things?
What, the sex symbol?
Yeah,
Hermaphrodite.
Let's go on to why you think Mars and Venus are going to collide.
I think
Aphrodite,
is
they're
Earth
like
in a way.
transgender.
No.
Is
Yeah.
Earth and if
I
Earth
don't
was
know
in
the
the
order
way,
of the planets. Is it Mercury, Venus, Mars, then Earth, or is it?
Yeah.
And then it's Jupiter.
no.
What's after Earth?
Oh, it's a really good planet
Mars.
featuring Jaden Smith and Will Smith, written by M. Night Shyamalan.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, that was a good
that-
transition. You can't lie, that was a sick segue.
I was thinking
Actually,
of it as I said it.
after
No,
Earth
like, it
was
was
the
a crap
asteroid belt.
movie.
Yeah, it was a shit movie.
crap movie.
As soon as Will Smith broke his leg and stayed in the
Mm-mm.
fucking
Yeah,
shit.
that was.
Why are we talking about
I think
this?
I watched that on like travel.
It would have been
you know when you
so
get
sick if they were
movies on
both
travel?
out there, just like
Yeah.
We're hashing all the
everything.
animals.
Yeah. Oh, it's hot. It's a bit hot in here. Shit,
You know what? I think that movie reminded me of Avatar.
Yeah.
Why?
Weren't they gonna make a second Avatar?
Yeah, they're still in the
They-
process of
I
making it.
think it's
They're
this
making
year.
a second
Movie
and
is
third.
So
It's
shit.
this
Are you
year.
serious?
Avatar
Avatar's
is
not a shit movie.
It,
It
okay,
really
no,
isn't.
no, no. It was
It's
very
not
revolutionary
overhyped.
in
It was alright.
yeah, it was very revolutionary in what it did. With like, it was probably one of the only good 3D movies that you would like.
It was like the first good 3D
Oh,
movie.
yeah, 3D.
Yeah.
Then
Shit
that's
ton
the
of
and it was really,
CGI.
really good CGI. But
Like,
let's
jellyfish
be
scene.
honest.
We don't need that.
No one
shit.
gives a fuck
It
about
was
the plot.
made like 10 years ago.
I
and
do.
it looks
You-
sick.
okay, Adrian,
Like,
tell me
This
the
man-
exact plot of
Basically,
Avatar.
there's a soldier who gets paralyzed. Yeah. Wheelchair bound.
Oh wait, fuck, we're before Mars.
Are we?
Are we?
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I was
Yeah.
about to fucking say. Mars is after Earth, you dumb shit.
I like After Earth.
Oh, it's because Mars and Jupiter have that little like asteroid belt between them. That's
Yeah.
how you can remember.
Mars is cold as fuck.
Yeah, because it's further from Earth. Anything further from
We're
Earth.
in the
is cold as
Goldilocks
shit.
belt.
From Earth.
Anyway,
Yes,
no, John from the sun.
further from Earth, and Earth is further from the sun.
Further from Earth could be in any fucking direction, couldn't it?
Oh yeah, that's
Nincompoop.
true. I didn't think of that one.
Adrian, back to the plot of Avatar, because
So
I don't think you actually know it that
Basically, this man's brother dies, and so he gets recruit. He wants to fucking join the fucking army
well.
thing.
It's not the army. Strike against you.
Oh, go
Some of them
fuck
are
yourself.
ex-military, but they're actually mercenaries and
Shush,
warmongers.
Go fuck
It's
yourself.
National Women's Day.
Oh yeah,
That
woman.
movie is so gay anyway. Let's stop talking about it.
No, Joe, you can't disrespect Avatar.
Movie.
It's one of the
Avatar's a
highest
great movie.
grossing movies of all time. in
Yeah, it's literally the
2009,
second highest.
after
grossing movie
after
of all time.
Endgame,
Yeah.
Exactly.
which
and
was.
why? Okay, and that's fine. Would I ever watch it again? No.
I
I've
would.
watched it like 6 times.
Same
Not gonna lie.
here.
I used
It's
to watch it.
3 fucking hours. What do you do with your
Yeah,
time?
3 hours.
The Irishman is
18
3.5
hours.
hours.
Yeah, did you watch it?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking weirdo. It wasn't even good.
No, I heard
It was.
It won a few
I
Oscars.
got half. I don't give a fuck. I got halfway through it and went, this is shit. I'm going
It's
to bed.
'cause-
And it was
it's
10
'cause
in the morning.
You can't hack those kind of movies. It's just not
Can
your
hack
style.
those kind of movies.
What movie?
The Irishman, look,
Irishman.
it was good,
Has,
but
like
I'm
Al Pacino and
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro in it.
Look, I like
What if you
I
also-
like good movies like that, mob movies and shit. But if it's that fucking long, it's disrespectful. Make a part 2. I don't give a fuck.
I like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, come
that,
on.
that was good.
I haven't seen.
Like,
that.
you know the scene when they're trying to like get their their taxes like accounted for, and like all the police are rushing up the stairs behind them. Back to International Women's Day. There's not enough women in movies, like superhero movies. And I'm not gonna say
Miss Marvel.
No, but that
Captain
could all be
Marvel.
traced back to the
Captain
fact
Marvel.
that there's not many superhero. I mean,
there are
superwomen.
so many.
Yeah, but they're
females.
all like
Wonder
unknown. Like,
Woman.
as a business, you're not gonna go for some random female. Like,
They
you're gonna go
did
for the
that.
big
Fucking
ones.
Okay, but check this out,
Daredevil
check this
as
out.
a TV show, and Jessica Jones.
Iron Man was pretty unknown, but like,
Yeah, Iron Man was like literally bottom of the card. They did it as a fucking joke.
yeah, now it turned into what
Yeah.
it is now. But like,
People
still,
listen to this. Okay,
Why do you
why
class
would
people?
look? I'm telling you, the proportion
Speak to
of
the
women
people.
in superhero movies is the same probably as the proportion of women that watch superhero movies.
Yeah,
because
No, I don't
Or-
think that's right.
I do. Unlucky, G.
Well, you're wrong
Look.
because I have the statistics.
No, you don't.
I will literally pull them up.
Okay, that means that you don't have them.
Well, I have them in my head, but I'm gonna pull these up so that I can prove you
Say
wrong
them before
because
you pull it up.
it's
That's
like
what I thought, dickhead.
30,
Anyway,
it's 45 to
stop tapping
55.
my desk.
Fuck
Hurry up.
you.
is that
Anyway,
45
as I was
male
saying.
or 45 female?
45 female.
Anyway, as I was saying,
45 to 50 females.
it's like
55
let's be honest.
45% women, 55% male.
Aha.
Like it does it. Okay, the females. Okay, then we'll talk about proportion in terms of how much merch they buy
Why does it matter?
They would.
because they're trying to sell their merch. to make
Hardcore
money.
fans would probably still buy the same amount. It's basically
Oh,
equal.
get a bit cool in there.
Have you ever been to Comic Con?
Yeah, it's not. I don't. I feel,
Alex went.
you saying
Yeah.
that men buy more, I feel like that's not even true because like
Because they're more fucking nerdy and shit like that.
girls are like
Some
equally
girls
as
are nerd-
nerdy.
Yeah, but not
Gee,
as
I'll
many.
actually
There's
watch
not as
that.
many hardcore nerd buy fucking all in one.
Is that just
superhero
people you've met or
costumes
people
and
that
things.
like, or do you know this for a fact? Because I feel like it's basically the
It's-
same amount.
My mind stereotypes, G.
I
that's
think that goes
never
something
good.
else. Okay, so in like I think Captain Marvel was trying to be like a feminist movie, and that didn't flop, but it got quite bad reviews.
It bombed.
So like
it didn't bomb. It did
it
quite well at
did
the box
good
office.
because it's a
Actually.
Marvel movie, but
Yeah,
like
but-
it got really bad ratings, and I think Marvel are learning now that they're gonna try to be feminist, but it's just a bit cringe sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like in Endgame, that one scene where they all like unite. That shit was cringe as fuck.
Yeah, but in Infinity War when
No,
they all,
Endgame
no,
was
but in Infinity
Oh.
War when there was like 3 of them and they
Oh,
were
yeah,
all
yeah, that was
fighting,
sick.
that was a
It's
16
like-
because
it's
it was
'cause
just
It
normal.
wasn't forced.
Yeah.
If you do unforced feminism in movies, I think that's the way to
Yeah,
go.
exactly. That's the issue I have with a lot of things. It's like people will put certain like people in like movies to appease the
A certain
fucking
demographic.
Yeah.
SJWs.
It's like when they started
do
putting the
what
funny
is gonna
black guy.
make the movie best. Okay, don't care about whether or not like you've got the right proportion of like Asian people in your movie.
Yeah.
See,
Or
but that's
the
not
right
my
proportion
point.
of girls.
That's not
Or-
my
or
point
we
with.
need, we need to have some transgender people in our movie, otherwise, we can't put it on the air. Otherwise,
I-
we get shit talk.
But
from
then
press.
again,
don't think
you,
that's-
you will
no,
have
I
people
feel
that
like
will
you
go
Just
like,
put
oh,
out a
this,
good
that, and that.
movie so that we can all enjoy it.
It's like
See,
Okay,
you
yeah,
get
people
that's what
that
I'm
get
saying. But
vexed.
I'm also saying it makes sense to have, like, if you have like in the comics in general, there's like most of the group in like the Avengers currently, well, not currently actually, before like 2 years ago, was like half women. That's just because they were the most powerful superheroes at the time.
Mm.
But then when you look on screen, there was like one female Avenger, and it didn't make sense to me. Because I'm not saying like just like fill the screen because we have to. But I'm saying if it's proportionate to real life, then do it like that. Because there's like on planet Earth, there's more women than men, right?
That is true.
So
World War II,
Hmm?
I think.
What?
Because like wars and shit.
Yeah. because idiots like to fight.
Yeah, but lots of girls like male superheroes, you know.
Yeah, but that
And
doesn't-
lots of men
but-
like female superheroes.
Actually,
Point
I-
is,
that's a big point.
That- yeah,
I
exactly.
think this
So
because
maybe
the main
it's the other way
demographic.
around. Maybe because more women do like it, they put more men in it.
No,
Because
I feel, especially
They wanna
with the
see
comics and
these
superhero thing,
superhero-looking
it's so
guys.
fucking stupid. Like I was like reading a Twitter thread the other day of this woman who went to go see Deadpool, and the guy like in front of her was like, "Oh, I don't think you'll like this movie," and started like explaining what goes on. And she is the fucking writer of Deadpool. Like all of the comic line from like the last 5 years, it was all her and like her team. And this guy was just standing in front of her explaining it. Like, I
That's
don't
just
think you'll like.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah, it's with comic,
is
but
it really though?
yeah.
yeah,
it is.
because he
you
just
can't
assumed that.
dictate to a woman what they should do.
Yeah, he assumed
That's
because
like-
there was violence and swearing in this movie, and it was a superhero movie, that it's just not for her.
She was just
Yeah, but
assuming that
maybe
she's
that's
part of a
not just because she's a
stereotype.
woman. Maybe that's because she looked a certain way.
What? Like
Either
a woman?
way,
That's
No,
that's still bad.
This pisses me off on a different level. Like just because okay, you've explained it. You've assumed someone doesn't like something or whatever. It's not just because they're a woman or because they're this or they're this. Okay, maybe you just didn't think that they'd like it.
He said this is not really for women. Like that's literally the quote. He literally went to, oh, this isn't really a girls movie. It's really like violent and shit like that, and it's a superhero movie, so you wouldn't really like it.
Well, that's just stupid.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It's like stuff like that especially with comic book movies, because they're always like, or like comic books in general, they're always like kind of marketed to boys. Like
But even on a broader level, that point gets me on a different level. Just because it's like people get castrated in the press or on social media because they've said like a certain thing like that, and
can
then
we get an example? Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about
neither do
an
I.
example.
Amen.
on the gang shit.
Oh,
shut up.
okay, an
Oh.
example.
Yeah.
I'm shit examples, bro. Look, examples.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know like exactly.
say
I
it
need
again,
the,
say
like,
it again.
correct context. It's where like people shit on like okay, I can
Okay,
I can
if you
understand
see-
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like if you see some kid from Hackney go into some posh shop,
Yeah.
right, and you assume that they're gonna steal something.
Yeah, but that's different.
Hold on,
though.
pause. No, that is bad. Still, that's just assuming people from Hackney are like
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
what?
I don't get it.
Just proved our point.
No,
You should have been like okay.
exactly, and that's bad.
What the fuck was your argument?
That no.
Don't
but-
even ask,
But
mate.
also, okay.
I was agreeing with you up until that point. Okay, let me do the example because you fucked it up. It's like seeing like a black person go into a store or just a roadman, someone who's wearing like a roadman jacket, and assume they're gonna steal something, or assume that the money they have is stolen, when they could just be a rich person who likes to like wear hype clothing and
what
shit
is
like
the
that.
likelihood of that?
What is the likelihood of
Like
that?
as a shop, you don't
shouldn't
you don't really
assume.
care about their feelings. you
Quite
just care
fucking
about
often. Do
profits.
you remember when we
You
went
care
to
about profits.
remember when we went to buy your girlfriend a necklace from
Oh, shit,
Pandora
yeah.
and went into True Religion, and obviously I wasn't buying anything because I was just like walking around with you. I'd already
Mhm.
bought my shit. The guy like I got
You got
stopped at True Religion,
followed.
didn't I? Yeah.
The shop was
The
like
guy was
3
just
feet
walking around. It's a
across.
fucking. It's the size of this booth, and he was
Westwood.
following me because I just had my jacket on, and it was fucking cold outside. So of course I had my jacket on. But I walked in there with John anyway, so it didn't matter. Like you can't even get followed around that store. It's basically like a corridor.
Yeah,
But it's like-
so small.
It's I feel like the fact like saying that's like obviously you're not saying that stuff like that doesn't happen, but in general it does happen, and like it's normally the small minority of times that it won't be because of like sexism or racism. So like with her at the movie studio, at the cinemas, how often would it be that it's because she's a woman? Like 9 times out of 10. But the 1 time out of 10 that it's not because she's a woman, it's just that the guy thought, oh, maybe like this person won't like it, or he's trying to like give a warning that it's R-rated. That could happen, but is it really likely? No.
Yeah,
Top
but
5 female actors go.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
I don't
What?
think she's a good.
Scarlett is it
Johansson.
Johansson? Oh,
Johansson.
I don't think she's a great actor, to be honest.
Mate,
have you-
She's the highest
Have
paid female actor.
That's not my
Actress,
fucking
sorry.
point. Have you seen Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah, but that movie was
Jeez.
shit in general. Have you seen Lucy?
Have
Have
you
you seen-
have you seen you've watched the original anime of Ghost in the Shell, haven't you?
Yeah.
That is a great written anime and a great written movie in general, and she fucked it up.
She didn't know the
No,
movie.
she's
The
fine.
movie
She's
rendition was just shit.
Actually, I'm trying to think of
The
like.
movie was
Also,
fine,
she
the
should
movie
not have
was
been playing
fine.
that character. That character
Well-
was Asian, and she was just like, "Fuck, I can
Then
act
again-
like an Asian."
It's not up to her though. Like if the director wants her, they choose who the actor is.
Yeah, that
She just
show-
does it because she's
Hollywood's
getting paid.
racist. But she could have at least no. But she said it doesn't need to be an Asian role, even though it was an Asian.
Well,
she
I
takes
did
a
not know
lot of
about
Asian
this.
roles in Hollywood. She like if there's an Asian role that looks enough like pale enough that she could.
Role.
Yeah, if it's just like if
In
the character.
in the anime they're white,
No, they're not.
coloured.
What?
You can't just okay.
It's a
Okay,
fucking
we
anime,
need to
it's
talk about anime.
drawings, bro.
It's
No,
called black
no,
and
no.
white
Let's
drawing,
talk
G.
about fucking anime.
No, 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 no.
What
no,
is
no,
her
no,
name?
no, no.
What is her name?
Obviously, they're supposed to be Asian. I don't know anyone's.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
name.
the thing because
But-
I feel like in anime you could like some people try and make
But
the
it
argument like,
doesn't
oh,
matter. Kunichi.
it's okay, Adrian, we're not gonna focus on that. People make the argument like with anime. It's like, oh, because it's a drawing and the color they use is white, that it could be played by anyone. But think about like the fucking names of characters. All right, Full Metal Alchemist. You've probably watched it, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's the main character's name? Like fucking Edward, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Edward.
Yeah. You think an Asian guy's gonna rock up and play Edward? No, because he's clearly drawn and he's blonde, isn't he? He's blonde with blue eyes and his name's Edward.
He's an Aryan.
Asian guy did play Edward.
For the fucking Japanese version, because they're quite like that. They don't have no white people in that movie.
Much choice.
They don't have any white people in that movie.
Like
No, they have a lot of fucking choice.
People that speak English that can also perform that role.
You tell me there's dude.
Can we just get
LA
Jackie
is
Chan
very,
play
like,
all Asian
Asian.
roles?
Okay.
There's a lot of you can get a lot of Asian.
Anyone that high profile that's Asian.
You don't need a high profile
that fits the category.
Yes.
Jackie Chan.
Yes.
Name one.
Jackie
Ming-Na Wen.
Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
I'll put up a picture and let me see like what she looks like because
What's her name?
Ming-Na
that's very
Wen.
important.
Ming-La Wen.
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen.
Careful, Adrian. Don't be racist.
I'm not being racist. I'm just asking for the name.
What's her name?
She's actually in the cast.
Ming-Na Wen.
She was in The Mandalorian as well. She is probably the most high-profile Asian actress in Hollywood.
See,
What
this
about-
person's in.
She's
the
on
role
Agents
as
of
well.
Shield. Yeah,
Was she in
Yeah.
Parasite?
But she's
Uh,
too
no.
old to play the role.
she's really not too old to play the role.
And
She
plus,
is
you
too
could
old
use
to play the
CGI
role.
to cover up the wrinkles.
De-Asian.
Fucking
De-aging. Not de-Asian. No, you heard
The whole
that.
point is that
The
it was like
Asian.
a young agent kind of thing.
there's so many Asian like actors and actresses in Hollywood.
It's just you
Jackie
don't.
Chan.
It's just that they're not gonna look for it when
Why
they know
should-
it's really
why
easy
should
to
they
do.
get the role over her just because they're Asian?
Well, if
Because
it's an
they
Asian,
fit the
look,
plot.
okay, I think it'd be a bit fucking whack if an Indian guy played T'Challa in Black Panther.
That wouldn't be bad. I'd watch it.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be a
The
bad movie.
Nollywood,
But would it
no,
make
that's
sense?
different. The whole
Bollywood.
point of Black Panther is that it's got like a black cast or something.
That's not the whole point.
Basically,
I think it
No,
was. actually.
they made it that.
It's basically
but,
like Captain Marvel, but black people.
Yeah.
instead.
You say it's Captain Marvel for black people.
Yes.
Don't say Black Panther was that shit.
I mean, as in, that was
Yeah,
the point
No,
of
no,
the
no.
movie.
They made it that afterwards. Originally, it wasn't really like anything, but it's because they set most of it in Wakanda. Originally, it wasn't all set in Wakanda. It
Wakanda
was.
doesn't exist.
Do you know what? I
No
didn't.
I mean,
shit,
the
it's a
fucking
fucking-
sets of the.
No, Wakanda
John.
does actually exist.
Where?
Well,
it's
in
secret
Wakanda.
It's secret. Oh yes.
No, I'm telling you, literally search it up
Oh
on Google
my-
Maps.
It would be in,
Wakanda is a real
it'd be
country
in Congo.
or a
if
city.
it was
one of
real.
the two.
I don't think that's a country.
Did
but
you
that's like
watch
a
the movie?
town.
Yeah, but look, Google it.
I'm not gonna
Map
Google
it.
it. I know where Wakanda would be. It would be in the Democratic Republic
It's
of
like
Congo.
near the top of Africa.
No,
near
that's
the
not where
coast.
Congo is. Stop that.
No, but look, Google
that.
where Wakanda is.
Stop that.
okay, sure.
Oh,
Fair
speaking
enough.
of good actors,
Cool.
T'Challa's sister.
Oh,
she's English as
Letitia
well.
Wright.
I wouldn't be able to.
The
answer
chick that
that.
plays Shuri. Yes.
Yeah. She's good, decent. She's in a few things that I've seen.
Yeah, I
think
feel
she's
like
in Black
that's
Mirror.
the only
I'm
issue
not
I
sure.
have. I think she might be in one episode. That's the only issue that I
Yeah,
have
she
with
is
stuff
on
like
the
that.
last episode of
It,
season
like you
3.
can't make the excuse for Scarlett Johansson because she could have just gone, yo, an Asian woman regularly plays like it would make a lot of sense for it to be played by an Asian. What are you doing
Nothing.
a wanker thing for?
Nothing.
Oh, what?
just
Because it's on the
continue.
coast.
It's a
What in
video
the
as well,
comics?
by the way.
With
Where?
the fucking coordinates, Adrian, that they put in the movie, it's in Congo. I'm not the one who. I'm not
Continue,
making this shit up.
continue,
With the
continue.
coordinates they put in the
Continue with
movie,
the Asian
I'm gonna
thing.
throw something at you.
Anyway, as I was saying about International Women's Day,
Which is what? We went on a lot of fucking tangents
Yeah,
to
we
get
really
back.
Yeah,
did.
to
but they were quite.
I've been
relevant
trying to bring it back
tangents.
to women for the
they
past
were
15 minutes.
acting and that shit.
Yeah, that's also
That's
because I
quite-
think that's what I was saying about superhero movies. I think Captain Marvel was pretty shit. I watched it
I
twice,
didn't watch it.
and I paid to watch it the first time,
Oh,
and I was
so-
pissed off.
Did I watch it with you?
No,
Oh no,
I
we said
paid
we
to watch
did.
that shit.
Or was it with you? No, it's me, you, Brandon, someone
Oh
else.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't go to
Who
movies
Was it? It
with-
was a girl, wasn't it?
No,
Brandon anymore.
No, it was. It was. Who was it?
no, it wasn't.
No, my very first and last
Back
one was
to my fucking
Brandon's
point.
mum.
I paid to.
Maybe.
I shout out Brandon's mum International
Shout
Women's
out.
Day. You know how it be.
Just-
mate. She's
She's
honestly,
racist.
she's a wonderful woman.
She is.
Yeah,
quite
Don't
nice.
say that.
Nah, she is though.
She doesn't like me very much.
Why not?
Yeah, but her son is.
Yeah,
She doesn't like him. Anyway,
one likes
according
him.
to him.
I do.
We're joking.
we love you, Brandon.
We love you, Brandon.
No, not really. Anyway, moving
Yeah,
on.
he's right.
Women's Day.
What I was saying was, with like a lot,
Love you, Brandon.
like Wonder Woman was a great movie. and that was
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, have you watched Wonder Woman?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was a
That's the
great
best
movie.
DC movie.
Then again,
that was,
yeah, it was.
that was
hang on.
feminism done right. That was
Yeah.
unforced.
Yeah,
It
feminism.
but-
wasn't forced. It was just she was a good character, and they did her storyline well.
Yeah,
She-
but they
No, I-
abused her sexuality though.
Gal Gadot?
Not
Gal
her
Gadot.
sexuality,
Yeah,
her
she's a good
fucking
actor as
gender.
well.
Wait, no.
They
I
make
think-
her so like skimpy and shit.
That's what Amazons would have won.
Yeah.
That, to be honest, that is the most accurate comic.
I
Like,
thought it was
because
but
before
she's
she was
not
literally wearing
Amazonians,
panties.
though.
She
Is
is
she,
Amazon.
though?
Did you watch the fucking movie?
Yes, I did. They're
Half
in
the
like
film is
this
in
weird.
Amazon.
It's called
It's called
Themyscira.
Amazon.
All right,
Just be-
stop.
Just because
Stop
it's
right
called
there. You're
Amazon
wrong.
doesn't mean
They're-
they have to wear
They're
the Amazonian.
Amazonians. Yes,
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
saying, what would a Roman soldier wear? I don't know. They shouldn't wear Roman soldier wear. Fucking
No, they
idiot.
could wear anything.
Yeah, but she would wear like that's like saying.
Adrian, stop doing
Oh,
the fake
fucking
racism
hell,
retarded point.
That's like
and
saying,
can't-
Yeah,
I'm in the
like,
British
just
military.
enough.
Let me wear the American military clothes. It doesn't make
Fair
sense,
enough.
does it? It doesn't.
Fair enough.
It's what she was trained in. Of course, it's what she would feel most comfortable fighting in. And to be honest, that was
Still,
what are you saying is
the
too
decision-
skimpy.
the decision
Before she
was
was
the
wearing
writers-
fucking
the
underwear.
decision was the writers to either make something
You
skimpy
know the director
as
was a
fuck.
woman.
Yeah.
You know the
or fu-
director was a
still,
woman.
I don't care, woman or man.
No, that was
Okay.
Still.
that was the best fucking comic like
You say it like
transition.
it's just,
Feminine
you say it
because
like it's
she
just
actually
women.
wore a skirt in that movie. In the fucking comic, she's wearing a G-string thong, pretty much.
Either way,
like her arse cheeks are
Still
flapping in the wind.
skimpy as fuck, mate.
It isn't.
It's
It
like
really
all,
Yeah.
most women in fucking fuck off.
He just
I'll-
put his
I'll-
finger in as well.
I'll-
No, stop.
No, don't fuck with the machine.
Don't fuck with the.
bruv. Like,
As I
do we-
was
You could
He's muted.
You
I'm
pressed
muting.
the
I'm
button.
muting.
As I was saying,
let him finish
most
his
women
point.
in fucking Marvel
Finish his
movies
point,
have
and
been
it's shit, and I
skimpy
wanna
as
say
shit,
something.
mate. Look, Black Widow, fucking tight ass, whatever
so
she
are
wears.
the male superheroes.
No, they're not.
Captain
Yes, they
America.
are.
No,
You
they're
saw
not.
it.
Captain America.
Thor
the
Thor
time.
isn't
Thor
Thor is
topless.
topless half the
He
time.
isn't.
Yeah,
This
He
is
really
scene
isn't.
in Thor Ragnarok where he goes out the bath basically naked.
Oh, out of the fucking bath, mate.
Yes,
He's not gonna
yes.
shower in clothes, is he now?
It's
No,
called
but why would they
fan
film
service.
it?
Aye.
Service, like,
But
I
to
don't-
be honest,
do you not
Adrian-
understand how the industry works. Like,
even
fucking
still, you're
learn,
wrong
bruv.
about Wonder Woman because she literally was wearing like that was the most
She had a
comic
fucking
accurate
cape.
way you could do it. Okay, the fuck were you watching, my nigga? This is like Wonder Woman. Like, what are you watching? Like,
No, but
that was the most comic accurate, but like still like. Because if they like had her in like a full like suit or something, people would have been like, "Oh, that's not accurate to her character." They tried to change it so that it's not like.
But in the end, it still goes back to the person who fucking made the comic, decided to make it all skimpy.
No,
Wait,
in
no,
the
I
original
realise-
no, don't fuck with me when it comes to the original comics because you know I've read all of them shits. In the original comics, she was wearing a fucking floor-length gown. Okay, she's wearing a
Well,
floor-length.
there you go. Then why don't they go with that shit then?
Because it's
Would you
impractical
watch
to
it
fight
then?
with.
Would you watch it then?
Would
'Cause
you
I
watch
fucking
like
wouldn't.
Mother Teresa?
I would watch it,
What?
but it's impractical to
I
fight in a
You
actually-
full-length
fucking
skirt.
horny
But-
teens, mate. All of
In
you are
fact, she
horny.
fought in she did have a fight in a full length skirt in like the beginning of the movie. But if you want to like, you need to have the like build up scene to her being in the end of her arc. She goes from like being in the traditional woman's clothing to being in literal battle gear,
Mate,
and
not
that's
gonna lie.
battle gear.
Not
That's
gonna
the
lie,
same
it's
thing.
early in
Roman
the
soldiers do.
fucking morning, mate.
And you are
I'm
wrong.
Tired
Oh,
as
shush,
fuck.
Yeah, like what the hell?
How long have we been going?
37.
That's
Adrian,
calm.
you're really close to the mic. Like I can hear every breath.
Do you want me to
and
get
chat
closer?
most shit as well. So just like
You're so close. My point is, Adrian's wrong.
Fair
but
enough.
also, like,
You're entitled
I
to
feel
your
like,
own
no,
opinion.
I feel like you're correct
So
with what you're saying
it's
about
like
women
you're-
wearing skimpy outfits in movies.
guys
Because,
do as
like,
well. So everybody does. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, if they couldn't show off his pecs, he wouldn't be a good fucking actor.
You
But
know,
he would be.
okay, I'm gonna say this though.
So
Dwayne the
you
Rock
get my point?
Johnson
You know what?
has a
No.
clause in a lot of his movies that he has to do the peck bound.
Yeah, like
But he wrote that himself, which is fucking stupid.
exactly. 'cause
He was
he's
like,
not
I know what
clever.
makes me money, but,
Yeah,
and he's
bop,
done.
bop, bruv.
And he
Done.
also
Like,
produces most of the movies he's in. But I feel like, okay,
Definitely on roids.
Black Widow,
my favorite
like,
actor.
I think it's dumb. I think if you want to have like someone wearing like a skimpy outfit for fan service, you gotta at least make it practical because she's wearing a zip up leotard, right?
Mm.
So if it's zipped halfway down to show her tits, that doesn't make sense mid battle because she gets punched and like the entire thing drops. Now you gotta be in the middle of the battle trying to zip up this entire leotard.
How does she even
It's not
take
gonna
it
work.
off?
No,
How does she
but-
take it off? With great pain.
Like,
Okay.
When you're in like fight situations, you want the most like slim outfit so you don't get like you want to just maneuver.
Which is why
fucking hell,
Batman's
mate.
cape
We've
is
got a
fucking
proper
dumb.
Viking
He's
Like,
here.
not wrong.
If you wear like a big coat, you're gonna get like stopped more.
Yeah, that's
It's
why
just
like
Bane.
a smaller
That's why
target.
Bane takes his coat off when he goes to fight Batman in the end.
Yeah,
of it.
but
So he's
still,
like,
there's a
if he
difference between fucking being skimpy and being practical.
Okay, then
No,
what about
there's
no,
not.
pause?
Yes, there
pause.
is.
What
You're
about black?
fucking old man,
Look,
G. Man
if
said
you want
skimpy.
practicality, yeah,
What
I
about
could
that
go
word
out
is
fucking fight someone butt naked, yeah, with no
That's
fucking
not
clothes,
practical because
no
if they tug your
restrictions.
dick,
Hang
bro,
on,
trust me.
They
If
can
you
punch
fought
my
me
dick
butt,
even if I
No,
had
no.
trousers.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more
it's
protection.
calm,
I'm
just
not saying.
calm.
I didn't say punch your dick. I said tug. Man,
You
nigga's
said
gonna-
punch. You
No,
you
I
went
said
fucking
tug your
punch.
dick.
You said punch,
You
mate.
could go back in the recording. I said tug
Well,
your dick.
Fair enough. Either way, still,
rock.
clothes don't provide that much protection.
Yeah, but it's also harder for someone to tug your dick.
Why would someone tug your dick?
To throw you off in a fight. You're telling me someone comes to fight you
Adrian,
butt
you're
naked.
so loud.
Yeah.
Do you know
Someone
what?
comes to
This
fight
is-
you
this
butt naked.
is-
I'm tugging their dick. And that's not gay.
That is gay.
That's not gay.
That is
It
gay.
gives me a statistical advantage.
Yeah,
you're in
but
a lot of pain.
rather
You're like,
than-
hey, you
nah.
tugged my dick. Now you're punching
No,
the
no,
face.
no, no, no. Rather
done.
than either kicking them or punching them, you're tugging their dick.
It
You're
hurts
going
more.
in with your
It's
hand
more
and
long-lasting
tugging
pain.
it, mate.
It's more long-lasting pain.
International Women's Day. Let's
Yeah.
Back to what I was
go
saying.
back
Like,
to-
I feel like if you're gonna do a skim, if you're gonna do like an outfit which is fan service or something, then you can at least do it practically. So in what was it, Infinity War Endgame, where she had the green jacket which looked like
Who?
a bulletproof vest, Black Widow, and but she was like wearing like combat outfit,
A
which was
green
still like
jacket?
skin tight, but she had like the green jacket on, and she had like the two batons in the back of her shit.
Oh shit!
That was a
oh,
practical
that was-
outfit,
that's
but
when-
it's
when to get
yeah when they went to
Hawkeye.
get no, it wasn't fucking
yeah, it
Hawkeye.
was Hawkeye, sorry.
No, that's the wrong fucking scene.
right,
In
it was
Infinity
Umbrella.
War, when they were at the, she was wearing an umbrella.
She wants to look good.
Yeah, and like to be honest, as a
People want to look good. People want to look attractive.
It's just like seeing a female on the street. She's
but also the only thing that I'll say that I agree
Yeah.
that I'll agree with
Like,
Adrian is
they
in
look
every like
attractive.
in every superhero movie
do
where it's a
guys.
woman, when they take the shot for the poster or something, for all the guys it's like from the front. For all the women, it's like their butts
Sideways.
there and they're like looking over their shoulders if that's how they would regularly stand, and that just doesn't fucking make sense to me. Which is why I like with
Well,
Wonder
you just
Woman.
fucking explained it, G.
What?
Their butts are in the picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
If
what?
it doesn't make sense for you to market it like that, because no one's going to see this movie like, oh yeah, I think Black Widow's air is gonna be great because she's in the movie for like 10 minutes
That's
anyways.
why half the people go to see the movie, even if she's
These
in
are
the
like
movie for
comic
10
book
minutes.
people. They
I'm a fucking comic book person,
yeah, but
alright.
that's different.
Because I've spoken to a lot of people about this, like in general. This has come up in conversation with a lot of people. I think a lot of people agree with me to say that it's dumb for the way they do it, because marketing it like that for a lot of people that are really into comic books, or like people that aren't even really into comic books, you go to see your favorite superheroes fighting, and to be honest, they're not really gonna just have like a 10-second shot of Black Widow's arse for someone to pause it and wank to. You pause the one frame of it. Trust me.
You don't
Excuse
pause
me?
this shit. You make a loop.
Walk.
Gif.
Walk.
Yeah, bro.
Why?
You need movement.
Trust me, Tumblr used to be insane back in the day with that shit. But to be honest, if you really want to see Black Widow porn, you just watch like parody porn. That's not the point. Like they don't make like I feel like it really depends on the director of it, because like fucking Quentin Tarantino in all of his movies, he has like 45-second shots of feet because he's got a foot fetish. That's weird, isn't it?
That's just the
Yes, that is
director's.
weird.
Well,
Yeah, that's the
sounds-
director's decision because he has a foot fetish. It's not really it's like, but like so he'll take pictures for like the set specifically with like an actress's feet in it because that's what he wants to see in his movie. That's the director's choice, sure, but it doesn't make it less weird. And all of the women in his movies, apart from like Kill Bill and apart from like Kill Bill and Jackie Brown, where they're like the main characters and they're doing fighting, even in those movies, they're always like put into like the damsel in distress thing. So like in Kill Bill, she like gets like, even though she did like amazing things in that movie, so to get to the point where she was so sick and everything, they literally had to make her like fall in love with a guy, get shot in the fucking head and buried in the ground before she could do anything cool. And her entire storyline is focused around a male like antagonist. You can have like really good storylines for
It's
women.
actually a decent like female-led movie.
Yeah, but when you think like what it sounds like it is because she's like a really strong woman doing like all of this stuff. But when you
I
think
haven't
about
watched it by the way. I'm just.
Oh,
assuming.
yeah.
haven't watched it.
okay, in the movie, she fell in love with fucking William, but
Is this Kill Bill?
yeah.
Yeah.
You
great
watch this,
movies,
yeah. but and then he
Spoilers, by the
betrays
way.
her. Yes. Who
You're
cares?
not gonna watch it.
To be honest, you would still watch it because it sounds sick, anyways. And but it's a 2-part movie. It's
There's, like,
fucking long.
He has like volume 2.
Yeah. Which he claims is like Kill Bill
Isn't
Volume
that-
1,
is
Volume
that
2, or
like-
one movie.
Is that like quite recent?
No.
Oh.
But he says like well, okay, what happens is she falls in love with the guy, he betrays her, shoots her in the head, like basically fucking kills her, buries her in the ground. She somehow survives, like breaks out the coffin, and then her entire
Bullshit.
focus is like either is finding the guy to kill him, but she still falls back in love with him in the end because like apparently her character after all of that is still a fucking idiot. Like it doesn't make sense. Like if like you can say that like at first it seems like a really good movie because it's female led and she's like doing great things on screen. She's shown as a powerful woman because she's like great at sword fighting. She's really strong. But then you're like her entire storyline is around a dude. You can have really great stories like which aren't focused on just like my husband betrayed me and killed me. But I still love him. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
I think that's the issue when it comes to movies is that there's no just like a female. There's always a man behind it.
No,
Yeah.
but that's realistic. Not as in like as in like in life, you have partners. I'm not saying that obviously you have gay
But
partners.
to be
as well,
fair-
but my point is that you have partner. You have like that. You have your wife or your husband or your partner or whatever,
It's like
and
John
they're a
Wick.
big part of your life. Yeah.
Yeah, but
John
I'm
Wick,
saying I'm not
like,
saying that
that-
you. I'm not saying you can't have a storyline without like
So
a husband and wife. No, I'm saying like if you're gonna have if you want to be like oh there's like the focus shouldn't be on the guy still because the focus for half the movie is just like where is Bill? Like fucking Bill was said like 400 times.
Bill's name is in the title, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like he's one of the main characters. It's not just.
He is a main
female
character. He appears for like 30 minutes in each movie though. But like he's like literally the main
Background
focus of the
main
movie.
character.
The main focus of the movie is just I want to be back with Bill. Where is Bill? Like, but there's great like Wonder Woman. They didn't like there was a romance in that movie, sure,
But
and
that
she
was-
cared about Steve Trevor.
But he died in the end.
Yeah, okay, John, fucking harsh in the vibe, innit? You said spoilers for me, but you're like, fuck it, he died. Like, it's like fucking what's that game? Gears of War 3.
Oh,
Dom fucking dies.
fucking
But it's
rip
like
the
you can
Dom,
have
man.
great storylines like for like female-led movies without having the focus on. So like the upcoming Black Widow movie, the focus is on her and her family, which is the Black Widows. So it's like feminism can be done subtly in movies and it can be done well. It just doesn't have to be done the way it's currently being done.
Don't Black Widows like eat their partner or eat their children or some shit? That's a
Or the
bit
spiders.
ironic, yeah.
They don't eat their children.
They do.
No, they don't. They
They
eat
do.
their partners.
Most spiders eat their children.
Yeah, but Black Widows don't.
I've seen crabs just munch their kids.
It's not a fucking spider.
I
That's
know.
a
I'm
fucking
using
That sounds like a
examples
great
in
end to the
animals.
fucking episode, John. All right.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
We've stopped. We've been for
we've been
fucking
for
crab.
five
An
guys.
attempt to talk about fucking
we spoke about it a lot.
women's.
I tried.
day.
I think
Yeah,
we
we
raised some good
tried.
points there.
International
Some.
Women's Day.
Happy
Go
Christmas.
women. What?
Yes.
I mean, International Women's Day.
We all need to sleep.
We
all right,
respect
we've been the
all
4 out of 5
women.
guys. Thank you for
All in
listening.
all.
Bye.
We out.